Next question. Given the new district lines for Legislative District 5 and needs of the very diverse communities of interest it contains, how will you represent all of your constituents? And
first of all, be available. You have to be willing to meet and talk and have an open ear and an open mind to talk with the various different opinions that are out there. This is not a left or right. The problems we face are not left versus right. They're not Republican versus Democrat. From where I sit, fiscal issues, education problems, all those issues affect everybody regardless of what party you belong to or regardless of what your political bent is. So number one, I think an open mind and an open ear and the ability to listen and be available is probably very important.
Thank you. Gresham?
Yeah,
That's what I'll read it again. Given the new district lines for Legislative District 5 and needs of the very diverse communities of interest it contains, how will you represent all of your constituents?
I guess since I believe that government's role is to protect the life, liberty, and property of the citizens, I believe everybody has an equal right to that protection, and everybody I'm a Christian, and therefore I believe that every single person on the face of the planet is endowed by their Creator with an equality as well as those unalienable rights, and I think that simplifies the role of government, and it also makes it possible to be impartial with, in other words, I believe everybody has the equal right to freedom, and freedom benefits everybody, and it doesn't play favorites. Just as justice is blind and pays only attention to the acts it's addressing, I believe that freedom is blind and equally benefits everybody. So I don't think it's that complicated.
Thank you. Cindy?
I've often said that I believe government's for everyone, and I really believe that's important. And I think it's very important for these two districts to educate folks. I think that there's going to have to be education done on both sides of the lines in Benawa and Latah, because there's a lot of differences, but there's a lot of similarities, and I think we're going to have to be patient with each other. I think there'll be issues that people in Latah County don't understand, and they're going to have to trust the folks in Benawa County, and vice versa on some issues. So we're all going to be part of this learning curve, and I have a website, and I have email, and I am always available by telephone, so I'm going to be talking to my constituents because I want to know what they think.
Thank you. Jim?
Well, I've been doing something sort of like that for the last 15 years. I have done work in every sector of both counties, and I've worked for people in all walks of life. And I listen to do my job for the folks, but also we talk shop a lot. They talk about what's going on in their profession and their industry, and I listen. And I've listened for 15 years, and I've learned a lot really that way. But yet on the other side too is the idea of accessibility. I would be surprised that if that you don't know someone who knows me personally, and you can sometimes be an invisible person in some trades and industries, but yet you can also be a person, because of your accessibility, you can be a very useful person. And I think that accessibility will be a positive feature of my tenure as your legislator. Thank you.
Thank you. Next